Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to English lesson. Today we are going to discuss about punctuation. Punctuation is very important in written communication. When you write something, if you want to convey the exact meaning of that sentence, it should be punctuated in a better way. There are different punctuations in English or punctuation marks in English. If it is a question, we use question mark, and if you are expressing your feeling, we use exclamation mark. And at sentence boundaries, sentence stops are there, or we say full stops. This like many are there. So using these types of punctuation at an exact area is a skill. We are going to improve that skill today, and our today's focus will be mainly on semicolons, colons, and apostrophes. Okay, let's see where and when to use these kinds of punctuations. Okay, here's the first punctuation for us today. Is semicolons. You might have heard or you might have seen when you read a lengthy text many times this punctuation, semicolon. What's that actually? Semicolons can be used in two different ways. First, the first usage of semicolons is to separate two main clauses when they could otherwise be joined by a conjunction such as and, or, but. And, or, and, but, these three are coordinating conjunctions. In a sentence, instead of using these three conjunctions, you can use semicolons. Okay? Semicolons means, as it is mentioned here, using red ink. One full stop and a comma together, that is semicolon. Okay, one dot and a comma, that's it. So anyway, when to use it, it is to separate two clauses, not two words, of course. Colons and semicolons both are used to separate clauses. Okay, so suppose you are writing a sentence using and, or using or but, and you are using these conjunctions many times to avoid this repetition, to make a good impression upon your examiner. You can use sometimes this technique of using semicolons, and it can make a good impression about you on the examiner. That's it. So for example here, banning traffic from the town center will make life safer for pedestrians. Semicolon. It will help make the area much quieter. Got it? So as I have shown here, instead of semicolon, you can use and. So it is okay to say, banning traffic from the town center will make life safer for pedestrians, and it will also make the area much quieter. And one more point to keep in your mind while you're using it. When you use semicolon instead of and, see the first part, the first clause and the second clause are now in equal rank. Means the first generated by the first and the second sentences are same. So keep that in mind. Now, I hope you understood the point. So instead of and or but in a sentence, you can use semicolon. Okay, let's move on to the second usage now. Here we have an entirely different usage for semicolon. It's not for and or but. Here to separate clauses or phrases in a list. A list has been given, and in this list you are not given with words. If it is a word or if there are many words given as a part of a list, you can use only commas. At the same time, if a phrase or if there are many phrases or many clauses given as part of a list, you have to separate this list using semicolons. For example, the government must make up their mind about what should be done. It's the starting of a list, that's why there's a colon or semicolon. And after that, you can see many clauses are given. They can ban all traffic in the town center at all times. That's the first clause. It is separated by a semicolon. And after that, they can ban cars and lorries using the town center on weekdays only. That's another clause. They can also allow the commercial vehicles but ban private ones completely, or they can leave their things exactly as they are. Okay, so about 4 clauses are there. The first 3 clauses are separated by semicolons. Got it? This is a way, very simple to understand. Once again, to separate clauses or phrases in a list, we can use semicolons. At the same time, if the list is full of words, you can use only comma, not semicolon. For example, yesterday I purchased many items. There should be a colon, and after that, use a pen, comma, a pencil, comma, a book, comma, a mobile, and a bag. There we are using only commas, not semicolon. Okay, at the same time, in case I am using a group of phrases, a list of phrases, of course I have to separate by using a semicolon. For example, yesterday I purchased many items from the supermarket, colon, and after that I say a kilo of orange, semicolon, a bunch of banana, semicolon, half kg of apple, then and a packet of biscuit. Okay, so that's it. So in case of phrases and clauses in a list, you have to separate it with semicolon, otherwise it should be colon. Okay, I hope you got the idea. And here is colons. How to use colons? Here we have majorly 3 uses for colons. First usage, to separate 2 statements where the second expands the meaning of the first. Okay, I have to say something, and my second sentence is an expansion. An explanation to my first sentence means both of these sentences or clauses can be separated using a colon. For example, here see, his heart sank as he approached the town center. He was having little expectation, good expectations, but while he approached, or when he approached the town, his heart sank. Now I'm gonna explain the meaning of the first. Why his heart sank, what happened to him, why he was surprised, why he was disappointed. So these feelings I have to explain. What's the reason behind it? That's why I have used one column. The traffic was at a complete standstill, and there was no indication that it would be moving again for at least an hour. See here is a reason for the first expression. His heart sank. Why? So this is a reason, an explanation to the first sentence. That's why a colon has been used. And here's the second usage of colon. That's very simple to understand. We can use colons to indicate or to introduce a number of items or options in a list. Before starting a list, in the previous example also I gave you the same colon was before starting the list. Okay, so before starting a list of items or options, you can use a colon. For example, the same example I have given here. See here, the government must make up their mind about what should be done. There is a colon because after that I am starting a list of clauses. Okay, so before that this listing or item starts, okay, I have used one colon. The same way I can say I bought many items yesterday. Then there is a colon because I am going to start my list. After that, a pen, a comma, pencil, comma, book, like that. It's going on. Okay, so anyway, if you're starting a list, before that, as an introduction to the list, you have to use a colon. Hope you understood. And here is the third usage of colon. Very commonly we see this usage was said to introduce a speech or a quotation. Before a speech mark, in actual spoken words, who are giving this speech, with from whom is coming. To separate that one, just before the speech or a quotation, we use a colon. For example, Hamlet. To be or not to be, that's the question. That's in quotation mark you can see, and just before the quotation mark there is a colon. Clear? These are the three main usages of colons. Here's an exercise. You can solve it. Read very carefully and try to use colons and semicolons. Right now you have about 5 usages, right? 2 usages for colon, semicolon, and 3 usages for colon. Okay, keep in mind these points and try to solve this in your notebook. Yes, right now we are moving to apostrophe. That's a third punctuation today. Apostrophe you might have heard and you are using it, but how to use it in a correct way, that matters a lot. Okay, right now we have majorly 2 usages for apostrophe. The first one is omission and the second one is possession. Okay, let me explain the first one, omission. What's omission? Apostrophe can be used instead of omitted letters or a letter. Sometimes as part of contraction, we skip a letter or some letters even from a word. Okay, at that time to indicate that omission, we can use one apostrophe just above it. That's it. For example, he is here, he's here, he's here. Actually, there is I missing, right? I has been replaced by apostrophe. That's he is. In extended speech, we say he is. In the contracted form, we use his. So anyway, I has been omitted. In that place, we are using apostrophe. Another one example, I have been doing something, right? In extended speech, we use I have been doing something. So instead of have, I have used one apostrophe and PE. See, here H and A, these two letters have been replaced by one apostrophe. In case you are using or omitting or two letters even, we are using only a single apostrophe. Clear? So that's the first usage. Hope you understood. Here we are with the second usage, that's possession. Possessive case. What does it mean? Actually, possessive case means to say that something belongs to someone. I possess something. It belongs to me. Ahmad possesses something. It belongs to him. You say that along with nouns, we use apostrophe or apostrophe plus s. There are majorly 4 rules related to this one that I have given in the box. Here's in the columns. You can see and understand in a better way. To show possessive case, we use apostrophe and s or apostrophe only. See, in case the noun is plural and that plural noun is not ending with s, we use an apostrophe plus s to make it possessive. For example, men. Man is singular, men is plural. Men's hostel. Men's hostel means hostel belongs to men. Men is not ending in s, that's why I have used apostrophe plus s to make it possessive. Clear? And the second column, you see, plural nouns ending in s. That's normally, if it's a plural, most cases. In most cases, it's ending with s, right? In this case, we have to use apostrophe only, no need any s. For example, here see, boys' school means the school belongs to boys, where boys are learning. What will happen if you're using apostrophe s here? It will be a great wrong you are doing, grammatically wrong. Why? Because at school there will be only a single boy studying. That's utter nonsense, right? So it should be boys' school means a school where boys are studying. Okay? So any nouns ending in with s and that's a plural, we have to use apostrophe after s. And no need to bring another s after it. Okay? Then third option, singular nouns ending in s. You can see sometimes some nouns are ending with s, but at the same time that is singular. For example, James. James is the name of a person, not many people. Okay, so in this case, you have two options actually. You can use only one apostrophe after that, or you can use apostrophe plus s. But commonly, yes, using only one apostrophe, that's enough. Okay, and the fourth one, singular nouns not ending in s. There is no confusion at all. You can use apostrophe and s. For example, Ahmad is not ending with s. You can use one apostrophe and after that s. It's like Ahmad's spell. And in this case, when you're using apostrophe, when confusion is arising, mainly based on it, right? See. When you're using it apostrophe s, it means it is. It's a contraction. It is omission, not possession. In case of possession with it, we are not using apostrophe. It will be only its, its only. So keep in mind, whenever you're using apostrophe s with it, that means it is. That is for omission, not possession. Okay, here you are with the final exercise, exercise 3. Read the sentences and use apostrophe wherever it is required. Okay, that's all. I hope you understood. Have a nice day.